Season 3 of Amazon's The Wheel of Time has finished filming, but very little information is still available about what audiences can expect from the next arc. The Wheel of Time has made massive changes from the books, and although some important characters are expected to make their first appearances in the upcoming season, that's not guaranteed. Very little casting information has been confirmed in terms of those characters, however, with only a handful of rumors about who will be playing major figures, such as the rest of Elaine Tracken's royal family or Perrin's new love interest. There are also quite a few important characters that haven't even had a rumor about who has been cast. With those gaps in mind, here are some of those major figures from the Wheel of Time and who could bring these roles to life. Gayen Trackend, Christopher Briney. Mean Girls Aaron Samuels. Gayen, the idealistic eldest son of Queen Morgase Trackend of Andia, is a major influence on the events of the Wheel of Time, both in his own right and as Egwene Ulvir's love interest. As the older brother of Elaine, Egwene's friend and fellow White Tower novice, Gayen has been groomed for leadership his whole life, and the conflict that envelops his home forces him into that role far sooner than he ever expected. While Christopher Briney is still making a name for himself as an actor, his turn as the heartthrob Aaron in Mean Girls, the musical shows he knows how to play a dreamboat, and his appearance in 2022's Dalaland biopic of Salvador Dali demonstrates his ability to act in more serious roles. All in all, playing Gayen Trackend would be an excellent opportunity for this young actor. 9. Gareth Bryne, Ian McShane. Mr. Wednesday in American Gods. Ian McShane is a phenomenal actor with years of experience, and Gareth Bryne, former First Prince of the Sword for Queen Morgase, is a character that requires that same weighty presence. McShane's time as the mysterious Wednesday in American Gods and Ul Swearingen in Deadwood and Deadwood, the movie, show that he can truly command the screen. Notably in the novels, Bryne eventually serves as a love interest for Siuan Sanche, the Amyrlin seat. Since the Wheel of Time series has elevated Siuan's relationship with Moiraine into something openly romantic, this may mean that Bryne won't have a romantic arc with her, or it may turn into a point of conflict between them. Either way, McShane's grizzled countenance perfectly fits the aged Blade Master. 8. Gerrit Biner, Austin Butler. Will Ohmsford from the Shannara Chronicles. Most recently acclaimed for his portrayal of Feyd-Rautha Harkonnen in Dune, Part 2, Austin Butler is no stranger to fantasy TV, having starred in the criminally underrated The Shannara Chronicles as half-elven hero Will Ohmsford. Jareth Biner as a character is much closer to the former than the latter though. A grim and devout child of the light, Biner served under Geofram Bornhold, who was killed by Perrin Ibarra in the Wheel of Time's second season finale. Biner is divided in his loyalties, as on the one hand, he remains a zealous White Cloak, but on the other, he is beholden to the Shadow, either genuinely or under some kind of compulsion from the Forsaken Grendel. Biner spends the books doggedly pursuing Perrin, who he blames for much of the wrong in the world. His grim nature is an excellent counterpart to Butler's youthful face Ruark, Oded Fehr. Star Trek, Discovery's Fleet Admiral Charles Vance. Ruark is the chief of the Tardard Ale, the clan that shelters Rand and his friends as they travel into the Ale Waste in pursuit of an answer to the next part of the prophecy of the dragon. Serving as equal parts advisor, tutor, and even father figure to Rand, Ruark is one of the Dragon Reborn's staunchest allies as the war with the Shadow escalates towards the last battle. Oded Fehr's role as Fleet Admiral Vance, a leader forced to make hard decisions in order to save those under his protection, shows that he can easily blend the weight of leadership with the gallows humor so common to Ale. Fehr is also no stranger to playing the charismatic and grimly humorous leader of a band of desert nomads. In 1999's The Mummy, he played Ardith Bey, chief of the Medjay warriors charged with protecting the hidden city of Hamunaptra. He also reprised the role in 2001's The Mummy Returns, underscoring his fantasy experience. Samael, Ben Barnes. Shadow and Bones the Darkling. One of the Forsaken we've met in name only so far, Samael is one of the Shadow's greatest generals, a brilliant tactician who served on the side of the light during the Age of Legends until he turned traitor out of jealousy over Lews therein Telemann being raised above him in rank. Notably, Samael is also notorious for being insecure about his being of only average height, wishing that the one power could be used to make him taller. Ben Barnes' role as the Darkling in Netflix's Shadow and Bone shows his acting chops for this kind of part, both as a military commander and as a servant of malevolent powers. Really, the only thing working against Barnes for playing Samael is the fact that he's 6 feet 1 inch, via IMDb, but that's easily solved with a little camera trickery.